Hey everybody, it's Charlotte from Homecraft Mumma. This week we are doing crafts all inspired by the absolute classic that is The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It's such a lovely children's book. This week I wanted to try and make a children's toy, something that Imogen can play with, that she will really love and help her sort of connect more with the book and the story. She's really going through a phase of enjoying sound, and so of course she is fascinated by rattles. So I thought I would try and make her a rattle inspired by The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I'm going to try and use things that I already have. I don't want to buy anything new in, no extra craft supplies. I've got a couple of ideas for how I'm going to make the rattle part of the toy. I'm not sure if they're going to work. I've got one idea in particular which I think is probably the way it's going to end up going, but we'll see. To make this Very Hungry Caterpillar rattle, I've got various bits and bobs to bring it all together. I've got a lolly stick, which is going to act as the handle of the rattle, some green fabric which is going to act as the main body, and I'm going to have some stuffing in there, some felt in the colours that make up his lovely little face, and then what I've got are some dried lentils which make quite an interesting noise, and an egg carton. So my idea is to cut out two little, what do you call these bits? Two domes, two bits of the carton, and fill one half of it with the lentils and find a way to link them together and secure them together so they form a sort of egg shape with the lentils inside, and I'm thinking that that will make quite a rattly noise, I think. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our crafty content. We are easily found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and we have our own website, www.homecraftmumma.com, which is the home for everything we do. So make sure you have a look at all our pages, and if you like what you see, click like. Okay, I'm going to cut a couple of these out, find a way that I could potentially link them together to make one whole egg, and then set about filling it with the lentils and securing it so that none of the lentils fall out. I think I should separate them. Two little egg cups. If I literally entomb this with pretty strong tape, I think this might actually work. Because they're quite open, how am I going to fill this with lentils before sticking it to this one? I'm going to have to glue these sides together first and make a little cup and then try and stick them together. So I went and got my glue gun. It's only a little mini one, but it does the job really, really well. This one is from Aldi. An Aldi special buy. Aldi do such great craft supplies. If you're looking for crafty stuff within a reasonable budget, definitely have a look at Aldi. It does exactly the same job as the full-size ones, and it came with a couple of glue sticks that had glitter in. Hello. So gonna use my little mini glue gun to try and stick one of these egg cups together to make something that the lentils won't fall out of. I just glue up along one of these sides. The edges are glued together. I'm just going to let it dry a little bit. It dries very, very fast.
A few moments later.
Because it's quite slim now, it's going to have to go on the inside of this one, I think. What I will do is try and do it like this. As you can see, there are some holes. You can literally see right through it. But my plan is to get it as tight as possible, with as few gaps as possible with my glue gun, and then what I think I'll do is I'll wrap it in some quite strong tape just to make sure that this doesn't come apart. So now I'm going to fill it with lentils. I think I'm going to literally just do it by hand because I know full well that if I start pouring from the ramekin, see I can't even do this by hand, they're just going to go everywhere, aren't they? So lentils are in. Now I've got to try and... Right, I think that's as close as I'm going to get it. Start gluing this all together. I mean, all early tests suggest that this will work. Only thing is, now that I'm looking at it, you know what? It's actually quite big. The size of the rattle is going to have to be quite... Oh no! I'm having a situation. I'm having a serious situation. Oh no. Okay. There's still enough in there to make a good rattly noise. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that I hold it this way up from now on to prevent any further leaks. Okay. Oh no! More lentil leaks. I've only got one more big hole. It's literally everywhere and that finger is red. Pretty red. This stuff is hot. Please do be careful. More careful than me. I think I'm going to be here a while. This one is pretty blobby. That's all the gluing I'm going to do, I think. So I'm going to turn this off.
Two hours later.
The glue has now dried and it sounds like a rattle. And nothing's coming out. Win. So now all I have to do is make the actual toy, and it's going to be far bigger than I anticipated, I think. I'm not sure my little lolly stick is going to be enough to support it.
6 hours later.
I have encased the rattle in stuffing, and you can definitely still hear it. It's definitely still a classic rattle noise. It does look a bit hodgepodge and bobbly. It's homemade by someone with zero expertise in toy making. I think I can definitely make a caterpillar ball out of this. What I think I need to do now is work out how much fabric I'm going to need to cover my ball. And I think the way I'm going to do it is wrap it a bit like you would a sweet, but I figure I'll trim one end and this circle part will become the face, and then I can stick a lolly stick in the other end, but then you would have to go like that to be looking at the face and hold the rattle. So it'd be nicer if the face was on the side, wouldn't it? The other thing I've realised is that I'm going to have to work out a way to attach the face to the material before I attach the material to the rattle, because otherwise how am I going to get into the rattle to tie my knots and actually get my needle in and stuff? So I'm going to have to cut the fabric, then attach the face, then assemble the whole thing. What's the craft version of your eyes being bigger than your stomach? Because that's this.
6.5 hours later.
I've cut out the face for my caterpillar and he's looking really cute. Hey, Mr. Caterpillar. I'm so happy that he actually looks like the very hungry caterpillar.
2 hours later.
So some time has passed and I have finished appliquing the little caterpillar face onto my fabric. I think he's come out really nicely. He's very honestly done. I've also had a bit of time to think, and I've come to the realization that anything I do at this point to try and make a round rattle is just gonna look a little bit crap. What I'm instead going to do is make a soft cube. Imogen actually has a mouse that's in the shape of a cube and it has a little tail, and when she sort of moves it about it makes a sort of ding-a-ling. It makes sort of a jangly noise and she loves it. So I think she'll be very into a caterpillar cube. It'll be a soft cube, so hopefully it won't lose too much of its caterpillar aesthetic, and the important thing is that he has his face on. So what I've done is I have cut out a square and then cut out 5 extra squares of the same fabric to make my cube. Is it the original plan? No, it's not the original plan, but it is a plan, and it's a plan that I'm quite happy with. I've got my pieces ready to go. I'm gonna get my sewing machine set up and then get going on construction. I will sew the majority of the cube, leaving one side open to pop the rattle bit in and all the extra stuff to make it really nice and bouncy and soft and fun, easy to grab hold of, and then hand sew the last little bit and hopefully we'll be done. I'm hoping that this bit is actually really quite quick. We shall see. First bit done. Yes! This is actually working. Just carry on going. Base, bottom, side panel, one last side panel, and I will have the makings of a cube without the top on. Huh. A cube. Okay, so what I've now got to do is attach the top of my cube, insert the rattle and extra stuffing. Let's see how it goes.
The next day.
Hey everyone. Okay, so it's the next day. My cube is officially finished and it's so cute. I'm really pleased with it. And Imogen has been playing with it very happily all morning. She absolutely loves it. So it's a win in my book. Is it what we originally intended? No. Slip stitching along one edge is a little, well, the less said about that, the better. I think it went pretty well. So yeah, I think it's been a successful craft. So I'm definitely going to try it again. And maybe for the new baby, I'll make some kind of activity cube. So I really hope you've enjoyed this non-tutorial. And if you give it a go, making something similar, maybe you have another technique, share your ideas. It'd be great to see some of your toys that you make for your little ones. If you like what you saw, click that like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you when I can.